All right, this is round one, Nation Wars. Team Mongolia versus Team USA. So Team USA has kind of some standard powerhouses: Raigeki, Austin, I Will Conquer, or God Hates Cowards, who is the orange player right here, and Therxyy, who's probably better known as his 1v1 skills. He plays a lot of BPL and other things, but oh boy, US, come on now. Yeah, so kind of well known. We've got some 0 OSs on the Mongolian side, but hopefully they can pull through for us. We got a little dulguun, Smoke 879, Coomstax, and whoname. Looks like they were drawn where they were going and what they need to do. So we have mirrored spawns, it looks like, which are pretty standard 4v4 Canada spawns. And in terms of the actual start, we have I Will Conquer, or renamed to God Hates Cowards, who's going to be playing orange core. Raigeki, who is also core. Austin is arm, which is rare. He's normally much more of a core enthusiast, not a corn enthusiast. Therxyy is core, so the single armada by Austin. We've got whoname, who's going to open core vehicles. Coom, who's going to open arm bots. Smoke, who hasn't dropped his lab yet but is also arm, and dulguun, who's going to go core V. So both sides are going to be core vehicle, which, especially if you can abuse incisors, can work pretty well. But generally speaking, I think just because of the terrain here, core V can have some issues just with the choke points. So we'll see how this is going to play out. But Conquer is going to go bots and Therxyy is going to go bots. So could be some interesting matchups if the incisors can get in. Hopefully they can do quite a bit. That early incisor versus grunt fight could get a little bit intense. Coomstax with the very first little scouting tick here. 130. He's leaving the safety of his base to go find the enemy. Oh. Or he's just gonna put him there to make sure that they're not gonna get attacked by vision. We see our resbots out for Team USA. Canis doesn't have a ton of reclaim, but it definitely has a bit, especially in the corners. In 1v1s, it's common to see people try to hide a resbot up in those corners to get stuff done. So Austin with the little 5-tick aggression play, they're gonna come up, and at the same time, Smoke 879 has ticks of his own coming in, so Austin's able to sneak his ticks in here, and they're pinged, and we get to see the first little bit of raiding action. I don't think they're gonna be able to get that con just because he can react, and the grunts are able to shut it down. So Austin splits his ticks up, and he's going to try to keep some of them near choke points just for vision to see when units are coming, and his tick that's running in gets caught. But Coomstax, oh my god, is Therxyy about to get cooked by a 21 OS? It's looking like it. So these 4 ticks, they're able to get the mechs and 2 windmills. Can they pop this and chain the others? Yeah, so Therxyy's E gets shredded. Oh, he gets a little too close to the mechs explosion, and these get caught and killed. Therxyy's gonna immediately adjust and drop the windmill. Raigeki, noting Therxyy getting cooked, just says they're too good. But shout out to them. Raigeki with grunts up through the top coming in, and there is definitely, this is the one kind of benefit for here is these incisors are going to trade incredibly well with grunts. However, if the Grunts can abuse some of this move def for the terrain, he gets the surround for the flanking damage, and it's enough. So he's going to kill that one incisor, but there are reinforcing troops here, which should be fine. The second set of Grunts coming is definitely going to be an issue. And Austin is still pushing here. So Therxyy looks and kind of feels for the gray here, and we don't see any super crazy transition, but whoname does have the Geo up now. And I Will Conquer is able to flood all these Grunts in. Looks like we're gonna get quite a bit of damage here. What else can they take? Beamer's going up, but it's not gonna be enough. He's gonna get quite a bit of their energy production. He chains the rest, and that's gonna move this lead up even more. But when we look at the overall state of the map, looks like both choke points are held. There's not too much pressing there, with the exception of on the right side here. It looks like Therxyy is getting ready to try to push on these bottom. 4 incisors are going to come and push this back. I don't think that he gets the con. No, he doesn't. He does not get the con. We've got a little Centurion versus Pawn action here. Austin needs to be careful, or he needs some decent D guns, but he's going to repair that Centurion. This LLT, excited to get that much experience from it. Austin's going to keep poking with his Centurions. We don't see any crazy transitions. There is an air lab transition from Conquer, and Raigeki and Smoke just enjoying the LLT and Twin Guard lifestyle. And Austin is going to start pushing with his sense. I think he might lose this mid cent though, and he does get the LLT. Not the best trade in terms of metal value, but he wants to just continue applying here. And Therxyy has rocket bots now, so they can pressure. Ooh, incisors coming out from the left. And Austin is still going to pressure here. These Centurions are putting in absolute work. Coomstax needs to land D guns on him if he can. They're close enough. He gets 1. Does he get 2? Ooh, Austin with a rare little miss micro there, getting bodied by the 21 OS, but I think there's still going to be way more pressure than he can handle. I might have the worst Centurion micro. I might be in contention for that actually, but Raigeki is still just kind of creeping forward with LLTs and HLTs applying pressure here, and we see Conquer has figs. He's opting for the classic ATG strategy where your opponent has no air, but you spam figs. Let's go, America. And oh, are we comm dropping? We are comm dropping. This is his path. There's no AA in the way, but there are pawns coming. Oh, Conquer. They're chasing. Oh, they stopped chasing. Why'd they stop chasing? All right, Conquer's coming in. We got a nettle down now. I think Conquer's comm just dies. No? Okay, well, medium transport putting work here. Conquer's just gonna run straight at this lab. Coomstax comm is chasing him, and he's still pushing in. While this comm walk is happening, Austin has broken the front here and is running in. Looks like Conquer's gonna go straight for the lab here, and Smoke is walking his commander to the side, but Conquer he gets the gun on the lab here, and he's going to keep going. Therxyy is LLT creeping on this side, and Austin's commander goes down. On the other side though, looks like Conquer, after getting that base, is just going to hug Coomstax. They're gonna hug it out, and if Conquer doesn't get close enough, I don't know if his comm kills Coom. It doesn't. He opts not for the straight up hug and trade. So Austin's comm is here for the taking. Whoname is gonna move up and grab it, and eating that air lab. I got cooked. Therxyy swapping back to thugs. So Brute's out on the bottom for Whoname. They're gonna start clearing up this LLT forest, and Therxyy is gonna need to back up so that he does not die. I'm still a little concerned about Smoke. His positioning may be just a little sus. He is currently trapped in by HLTs and LLTs. They've put him in lockdown, and massive grunt army from Conquer getting ready. He's got the full 27 grunts, about 1k metal in it, to slam, I'm guessing, just straight into these LLTs. He knows that the commander's not there, so there aren't any D guns. I don't think this thug push is going to go super well into Centurion Pounder, but we'll see. And there's a ton of brutes here. Conquer able to sneak his grunts through and avoid many of the LLTs. There is nothing in front of them, but on the other side, these brutes are gonna be able to push through a lot of the Centurions. The reinforcing grunts from Therxyy are coming. They're gonna be able to fight back a lot of these, but this raid from Conquer is looking a little scared. We've got 2 Centurions out and more Centurions and Pounders going. So hopefully Mongolia can stop this. It looks like they are trying, and they're gonna clean it up. However, the brute push on the other side is also cleaned up, and Therxyy should be able to bring his commander up and grab all of that metal. Smoke's commander is trapped. Oh no, he's coming for the D-gun. I think he gets it. Oh no, the HLT is gonna snipe it. Smoke goes down. They trap Raigeki with the full LLT trap, locks him down. And it looks like we're gonna see some scaling out of Team USA. You can see they're already incredibly far ahead, primarily built off of that wind economy difference. You can see tons of wind spam up here. So with that economic lead, they are getting ready to lead on. We've got the T2 lab from Austin opting for ARM T2 bots. I think we might see Fat Boys in the future, but who knows? And we do not see a T2 transition from anyone on Mongolia. Brutes fighting on the right side here, pushing out. But with the grunts coming to support along with the LLTs, he should be able to repel that attack. Some incisors are trying to get a little bit more information and or attack on this left side with, oh, Pounders coming out, but there's HLTs and LLTs. I don't think they're going to really be able to push out too much. Austin sharing T2 cons, making sure that the whole team can ride out that economic advantage even harder. Oh my god, this map is so broke in 4v4. Austin, he's got comments for it. And we see this incisor pounder push trying to clean up a lot of these LLTs. I don't think they're gonna get too far. Raigeki has his commander here. You can just degun these pounders away, even if the LLTs can't fight it. And another skirmish on the side here. It looks like it's gonna be Thug Brute versus Centurion Pounder. And there's quite a bit here. The Centurion Pounder with brutes reinforcing definitely is a little concerning. However, Therxyy has brutes of his own reinforcing, and he has his commander, so once these push up, he should be able to just walk back into it and D-gun. He does have enough storage to cloak and just walk into the middle of it. For now, he doesn't want to risk his commander, and there are just some small trades here. He gets a better concave, and Coomstax is going to have to back up. We got rocket bots out And they are going to start chipping away at all these LLTs here so that slight push, D-guns come out. And unfortunately, luckily Smoke has been able to rebuild a lot of his base. However, he does not have any T2 on his team, which is a little concerning. This 63 to 186 metal a second. I will conquer with the massive 67 grunt rate coming in. There are thugs and a commander coming up. And can Conquer split these? I don't think he sees the commander. Coom doesn't cloak the comm though. So he's gonna run forward and begin D-guns. Conquer knows that there's quite a bit here. He's gonna spread these out and start moving up to the side. Some of these other ones are gonna go try to raid Eco. And they're gonna run through and deal quite a bit of damage. Incisors are coming out on this side and a pounder, which should be able to clean up a lot of the grunts. On this side though, this grunt, oh, citizen's arrest, does he get it? Nope, the grunt is gonna move away, and pounder is gonna be able to repulse this. However, this feels like a pretty insurmountable economic lead. Although Therxyy, he might be leaning into his 1v1 roots and trying to do a little bit of a metal donation. Let's see if he can pull it off. Oh, all right, we got, ooh, may have degunned his own converters there. Whoname though is getting, oh no, he's got to degun that if he loses his comm in his base. Oh no. That's unfortunately, that's where the cure is maybe a little bit worse than the poison. Sometimes you just got to degun your own buildings. But we do see a T2 out of Whoname, so assuming he can survive this little brunt attack on the bottom, I'm hoping that they can get a bit of T2 out and accomplish something. Unfortunately, the 1k to 6k energy difference is looking a little suspicious. Just a little suspicious. Therxyy with the air lab going down, along with the core T2 vehicle lab going down. And Austin getting ready to grunt spam, apparently. That is actually 11 Centurions are gonna be ready to kill the grunt spam along with pounders. So we'll see how it goes. Austin with the Butler Twitcher combo. He is, what are we gonna do with this Austin? I assume Twin Guard creep, but who knows? And Team USA still scaling. We got T2 cons coming out now for Team Mongolia so they can up these mexes and hopefully get everything they need to stop these pushes. Entertainingly enough, this grunt spam I don't think is going to be able to accomplish too much into Pounder Centurion. Oh, and they're going to scout it. So they do get the scout, they see the fusion there, and these rocket bots are going to start pressuring and pushing. They see two commanders. What do we think? Maybe they want to try to comm drop themselves, but we'll see. And we see a Tsar coming out. Tsar to the front from Therxyy, and it is going to get exciting. Another fighter coming in, but both Conquer and Therxyy have figs of their own, so this is going to be a little bit rough, but here comes the big boy. There are tigers on the field, so at least they have T2 of their own to fight it, but definitely Tsars into T1 is always one of the most brutal things imaginable. There is basically no answer unless they can get close in D-gun. So massing tigers, but Czar is gonna keep chipping away, and Austin is gonna, oh, that pounder says, you've got AoE, I've got AoE too. Raigeki is gonna throw down his own little wall of nettles or thistles. And we do see some Wolverines chipping away at the right here. Unfortunately, this economic advantage is just maybe a little bit too big, especially combined with the Czar. And grunts are coming. Ooh, they're not quite coming in. The grunts are not going to be able to do anything against the Centurion Pounder. They need the Czar to clean him up, and that is exactly what the Czar is doing. It's up to 12 kills now, and a few more shots into these lower groups of units are going to pick up even more kills. Tigers are fighting and killing grunts as best they can, but this flood of grunts, I think, is going to make it into the main base soon, and if we can start picking off converters and BP, we are looking like it could be a little rough here for Team US, or sorry, for Team Mongolia. Coomstax flying his commander, maybe wants to try to come over in D-gun. Oh, we do have ticks for the Czar though, if he can surround it. Nope. Czar is picking up, and Conquer calling it out the OP, and we've got a little Congo line here. They are flying their commanders over to the corner. Unfortunately, they're a fix, and I don't think they land in time. Oh, and Coomstax. Is Coomstax also gonna try there? Oh, does he not? I don't know. I don't think he sees the... Oh, he's... Oh, no. He was trying there, trying for the great escape, but they don't get there. So that is game one. Team USA versus Team Mongolia.